Okay, you fantastic YouTubers. What I've made, and I thought I'd like to share it with you, is I made a figure of 8 out of a piece of wood. Not 100% happy with that, because if you can see these two lines and the hole in the middle means that everything below and everything above are an equal sort of weight. So I decided to change that geometry slightly, and I built one like this. Now you can see that this edge is slightly curved and this edge is slightly curved, and that's so that it brings the two higher surfaces higher than these two bottom surfaces, which means the hole in the center is slightly higher, only by about 3 mil, something like that, which means the bottom of this piece of wood is slightly heavier. Okay, I've also, you might notice that this is slightly less than this. It doesn't really matter, it's just my preferred choice. I then put a little magnet. I don't know whether you can see that in there. There's a little neodymium magnet I have cut out and placed in the center. Next, I got some pieces of very thin ply. Yeah, you can see how thin that ply is. I then cut a few sections out. You can see a rough shape I've cut out here. I did do it in brass as well. Weren't happy with the brass, so decided just to use the pieces of wood. Now I glued the pieces of wood together. I'll just get them here to make a base. Yeah, you can see they make quite a nice base, give it a little bit of character. I then glued some pieces of wood in the shape of a letter M. These are just standard strips of wood you can get from this one's B&Q, I think. Anyway, you can get some standard strips of 4 mil pine, I think it is, and I cut out of this 4 mil pine some letter M's. The reason I did the letter M was so that I could sit a piece of brass in the top. Can you see the piece of brass in the top of both the letter M's? They go central. I then made a little spigot to hold my figure of 8. Yes, I'm equipped with a lathe, so this was, I then put a metric thread, M5 metric thread through the center, and that will go through the center of my figure of 8, and my little nut on the back will hold it in place. Quite a big nut. I have the ability to, I could have put a small nut on, but I chose a larger one. I then put underneath this, you can see here, this mechanism, it's actually from a clock. So I don't profess to have made this mechanism, although I could. It's quite simple. The clock mechanism was a cheaper and easier way round for me. Clock mechanism with a pendulum, I think you can pick them up for about £4 from eBay, delivered from China. Okay, I then put all that in the bottom, put position for a battery, and it actually creates a nice little ornament when all lined up, and this ornament will swing like this all day. It's fantastic, I think. Yeah, I just thought you might like it. You can see it's not losing or gaining any height in its swing. That's it. It'll sit there quite happy for days on end. And with it being a clock mechanism, they've actually done the electrics very well to use a minimal amount of electricity because again that runs from a 1.5 volt battery, and they want it to sit on your wall for months and months and months. So yeah, that's my little little toy, if you like. Yeah, quite chuffed with that. Oh, there you go. Thank you very much. Let me know what you think in the comments.